Hey everyone, I'm Danny. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going on a trip to Italy in less than 2 weeks, and I thought it would be helpful to make a video on how to plan a trip to Italy. So we're gonna get into that, but before we do that, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. My biggest tip would be to plan ahead, and everything in this video is going to go along with that tip. Just make sure that you are planning ahead and not waiting till the last minute to plan your trip to Italy. The things that helped me out the most when planning my trip to Italy were these Rick Steves books. Now, they have everything you need to know in here, and he has books for every different city, every different country, so many places. So whether you're going to Italy or not, there are books to where you're going. And he tells you like accommodation, things to do. He'll even say like if you're going for 3 days or if you're going for 7 days, here's things to do day by day. And really helpful, gives you prices of what things are going to cost and just the background and history on everything as well. You also have to think about what you are going to be using there that you would usually use in the United States. So your cell phone, if you're going to be using that over there, it's not necessary. We're doing it because we want to have the GPS to get places. So we contacted Verizon, and it was very easy to do. You just have to call them on the phone and they'll set it up for you, but it's important to do that before you get there. And then along with that is the bank. Make sure you're calling them to let them know where and when you will be there, so you can make sure that your card will work and not get denied. And you can also ask about the fees that your card will be charged from using it in other places as well. Another thing with the bank is to get euros. You can get them once you arrive. However, then you have the unknown of what if like the ATM is out of money? What if I can't find an ATM? You might not have money, and then that would be a terrible situation. So just make sure you have some euros before you arrive, and you can do this at the bank. We just went to Wells Fargo. They had the euros right then, so we just gave them American cash and they gave us euros in exchange. For accommodation, I would strongly suggest using Airbnb because it's very cheap. We found places for $60 a night where the hotels were $200 a night at the cheapest. And the hosts have been so helpful for us. They've sent us things to do around there. They are offering to pick us up at the airport or the train station. And it's just very great to have someone who's local if you need anything to be able to help you. And if you got stranded, I'm sure they would come pick you up. Before you arrive, you want to make sure you make a list of everything you want to do while you're there, because you don't want to show up and be like, now what should I do? You need to know about everything you want to do, and it's also helpful to have knowledge on what you're going to see. If you show up at the Colosseum and don't know anything about the Colosseum, it won't be as fun as if you do some research about what it is and the importance of it. So we are starting in Venice and ending in Rome, and we're taking a train from city to city, and it has been very helpful to book our train tickets in advance because it's a lot cheaper to do that. You have a secure seat on the train, you can pick where you're going to sit, and now we have told the people who are picking us up at the train station what time we're going to be there and what train station we're going to be at. Going hand in hand with that, I would suggest staying in major cities, and then if you want to go other places, taking day trips to those places, because staying in the major cities gives you a lot of versatility. So you have the trains that go there. The living accommodation quarters are a lot cheaper in the major cities. For example, we are going to be staying in Florence for a week, but we're going to take a day trip to Cinque Terre. We're going to take a day trip to Siena, things like that. So we don't have to move our bags every night, but we do get to see other places other than Florence. Planning a trip can get very chaotic. You're going to be booking these things ahead of time, and you're going to have your plane tickets, your train tickets, anything that you might have, and you're going to want to keep it all and bring it with you. I suggest having a little folder like this where you can keep everything organized, and then you can't lose anything, and it's easy to bring in your suitcase or in your carry-on and have everything in one place. With that being said, I would also suggest booking major attraction tickets before you get there. So the Colosseum, the Vatican, anything that's going to have a long line that you're not going to want to wait in. If you order the tickets online, there might be like a €2 fee or something, but it's worth it because then you can skip the line once you get there. The last tip I have is to get an outlet adapter because the outlets are different in Italy. You're going to want to be able to charge your electronics, your phone, your camera, whatever you're bringing with you. So get a couple of these because you will definitely need them while you're in Italy. Those are all of the tips and tricks I have found while planning my trip to Italy. They are just my suggestions. I'm sure you can find many other things online. If you have any questions about planning a trip to Italy or planning a trip in general, just leave them in the comments below. I'd love to get back to you about those. Tune in next time for a new video. Bye!